And that is what we call the Texas chop. I heard that one time on a gardening video from a Texas artist, and I loved it, and that is so true. This is what we do. Midsummer, we chop all those beautiful flowers off because they're way too high and they're getting just, they're falling over, they're looking bad. So we chop it off and water it, and they grow back. And they're beautiful, beautiful fall display usually. So, Texas chop, you guys. For now, all my beautiful flowers are gone, but they'll be back. I do, however, still have these. These came up all by themselves. There's a beautiful bumble. These came up all by themselves by seed, because this is where I put the Texas chop when I chop it off for the city to pick up. So, yeah. Jewels of the garden, jewels of the summer garden. I should say that I have a soaker hose wound all through this. So all I have to do is come out my front door and turn on the tap. Here's hoping that you have some garden jewels growing in your life that just came up all by themselves. Hey guys, it is so hot here in Dallas, Texas, that it's hard to remember those crisp days of fall. So it's a little hard to think about those cool season plants, but it's time. It's time, you guys. So we're getting started. It's time to think about a beautiful fall garden and lots of yummy, delicious food for your family. I'm using these air pruning trays from Bootstrap Farmer. Just loaded them up with seed starting mix. If you can see, there are openings in between all of the cells, and that is to grow the roots better. Now don't misunderstand me, it's not time to plant anything out in the garden yet. It's still way too hot to germinate anything cool season. So plant trays inside under a grow light. If you don't have that, don't worry. Roach's Feed and Seed, your feed stores, North Haven Gardens, your garden centers, a lot of them will have your cool season vegetables like collards and broccoli and cauliflower and all those fun things. So if you don't have a seed starting system yet, and you're not quite ready to get one, then don't worry. The garden centers around you should have you covered here in Dallas. If you are ready to get a seed starting system, I'll show you mine. It's just a shop light with 2 grow bulbs in it. 4 actually. So right under my hutch, I just have chains so it can go up and down. It can start out low on top of my seeds and then raise up further and further as they grow. And it's right under my hutch in my dining room. So don't tell me you don't have room for it. Nowadays they have all sorts of fancy LED grow light systems. I haven't tried any of those yet, but if you have, leave it in the comments. What is a good modern LED light system for us to try if we want to? We all can help each other get growing. I'm not a huge fan of those seed markers, so this is what I do. I just use skinny white duct tape, just fold it over, and use a Sharpie marker to write what I'm gonna get growing. Okay, now comes the fun part. I get to get out my seeds and decide what I want to plant. Okay, I'm going through my cool season seeds. So many fun things like early sprouting broccoli, definitely a yes. Japanese Oriental Giant Spinach, that's a yes. Cauliflower, yes. Baby cabbage, yes. And I might buy my collards, I don't know, might do them. And different types of kale are in here somewhere. Carrots, I'll do my root crops in the ground, like beets, carrots. I'll do those in the garden bed, so I'll leave room for them when it gets a little cooler. Yum. Here it is. I just didn't put it back last year. So these are my fun types of kale that you can't buy at the nursery center. This is the one. Here it is. 1,000 head kale. This got absolutely huge. And I fed my family and my animals with it all season. Oh, another favorite of mine, purple moon kale. So many fun types of kale. Mars landing kale, another favorite of mine. Yes. Oh, how will I ever choose? I could also go with the whole Asian greens garden. So I think I'm gonna need 2 seed trays, you guys. Okay, you guys, I figured out what I'm gonna do. I have 4 garden beds to work with. So one, I'm gonna make a root crops. And thank goodness I don't have to plant that until later because that bed is still in the works. Better keep going and get that going. The next bed, I'm gonna do an Asian mix. And those come up really quick in the garden, so I don't have to do those right now. I can wait till it cools off. Then I'm gonna do lettuce and some spinach and some cabbage, baby cabbage and Napa cabbage. These 2 probably need to be started right away. The spinach and everything, that can wait a little bit. Now my kales, those have got to be started. I'm gonna do the 4th bed is gonna be a bed of different types of kales. My kale bed. And then in my sweet potato pit, when I harvest my sweet potatoes, I'm gonna put in these cauliflowers and purple sprouting broccoli. So exciting. So basically, these are the things I need to start in my seed tray now. That is all my kales, my different types of kales that I can't buy in the store, my broccoli and my purple sprouting and my cauliflower, my little cabbages, and if I want to, if I have room, my collards. Because I'll put those in the beds bordering the garden, like the flower beds, because they can survive without being covered with the frost cloth for a long time. Give me many harvests, so I'll do some of that. That sounds like such a good plan. So much fun planning for fall. How about you guys? What are you planting this fall? I want to hear in the comments. Well, you guys, well, we are starting fall seeds inside. I'm looking forward to fall. It is a very different story outside. It's still so hot out here. The sun is, Texas sun is relentless, and we're just happy to stay out of the 100s. So, right here, I have a whole box of shade. Come on, baby, let's get your shade on. I also need to get my mulch on in my garden. I don't have near enough mulch, so I'll be working on that this weekend. But right now, shade, 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 and mulch. Some places in the garden, I'm using plants to shade other plants, like this tunnel trellis shade. My amazing sunflower shade are shading these peppers and hopefully fall tomatoes. And then this Egyptian spinach will set down tap roots and it will shade this amaranth and this red amaranth. Those are so beautiful. But until they get bigger, they're gonna be shaded. Okay, you guys, it is so hot out here. I will link everything I used for the shade and the clips down below in the description, so you can go snatch that up if you want to. I had to get in the shade of my tunnel trellis. Oh, let's let the heroes get on their way. So as you can see, here in Dallas, Texas, there's an interesting growing climate. In the winter, we have to cover with frost cloth when it freezes, and then in the summer, we have to provide shade. So it's a little tricky that way. How about you guys? Do you get your shade on in the summer? Or the other choice is to just shut down your garden, because it's just impossible to keep it watered and keep the plants just surviving. Now I do wish my whole garden was shaded, and I've seen some that are in Dallas, but it's not. That's not what I'm dealing with right now. Maybe someday. I'm not sure my city would go for that, and maybe yours won't either, so you need another alternative. So get your shade on. My daughter made me a really refreshing drink, which I really need. So cheers. I hope your summer is going great. You're embracing the sunshine, but you're finding a spot in the shade. So good. This week's project is working on the west side of the fence, which obviously needs some attention. My sweet Nala is not feeling well. You can tell she's in pain. She's kind of trembling every once in a while. She loves to be out with me though. And she takes her farm job very, very seriously, to guard the homestead and keep everyone in their proper places. Yes. So if she wants to get right in the middle of my painting project, that's fine, she can. I'm being sweet and letting her just be right in the middle of my business. Let me know in the comments if you have a farm dog that you just love and couldn't do without. I hope you feel better. She'll probably be fine in a few days. She hurt her back about, I don't know, 6-7 months ago, and we got some medicine from the vet, but it was better in a few days. So this time I'm gonna wait a few days and see how she feels. See if we can avoid a trip to the vet. We'll see. All right, you guys, back to painting. With my farm dog right in the midst of it.
It's not perfection.
There's one point in the project that it just gets no fun. Like, we're over it. It's so blasted hot. Last screw, you guys. Woo! Almost said victory. Look at that. We're getting good at this. We're done. Homestead victory, hard won.